Test driver Christoph Bauer takes off in the Matra Jet. Half a century ago, a sports car designed by Frenchman René Bonnet caused a sensation at the Salon de l'Auto in Paris, with both its eccentric design and innovative technology. Christoph Bauer's driving a 1966 Jet with a fiberglass body and a souped-up 1300cc four-cylinder engine. It's located right behind him under a bump in the trunk. This is a mid-engine vehicle, and this is what's really special about the Jet. The first viable mid-engine sports cars appeared in the 1930s. Auto Union's Silver Arrows carried their powerful engines right behind the driver, achieving an ideal distribution of weight. The Cooper Car Company specialists resurrected the mid-engine concept for Formula 3 racing in the late 1940s. It's been standard in Formula 1 since the 1960s. This Matra Jet also has the feel of a race car. Before the engine's warmed up, says our carman Christoph Bauer, it can be rather stubborn, knocking, rattling, and spitting. But once it's up to running temperature, upwards of 3,000 RPMs, it can really show what it's made of. Then it's a real joy to step on the gas. It makes the dash from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 8 seconds and has a top speed of 210, surprising for a little 1300cc engine. Automotive René Bonnet turned out the first 190 jets from 1962 to 1964. Then arms manufacturer Matra took control and stressed the sports car's general usability. Production continued until 1968. Christoph says the transmission is a disaster. Finding the right gear is a matter of pure luck, not to mention the reverse gear. Apparently, the makers were saving money by using the transmission of a Renault delivery van, but they put it so far in back that it's connected by a tangle of rods with a little stick shift. It's no fun at all for Christoph. Matra launched the most potent version of its mid-engine rocket in 1966. At a curb weight of 775 kilos, this jet puts out a good 105 horsepower. The street version's body design hardly disguises its race car origins. In Christoph's view, a jet driver would have to have an affinity for racing. Instead of real car seats, you lie in racing bucket seats with your behinds just above the floor, so it's nice and loud. The engine breathes down your neck, and there's no trace of noise insulation. The Matra seems oddly out of place, like some kind of spaceship, against the historical backdrop of the Riva del Garda promenade. The streamlining of the fiberglass body is interrupted only by the two air scoops that cool the engine. The interior also reflects the racing vibe. A small steering wheel, a short gear shift, and instruments everywhere. Christoph thinks a Finnish sauna is nothing compared to the Matra Jet. He likes the flat windscreens, but they just make things hotter. And the cooling system is in front, while the engine is farther back. And the hoses that connect them run through the passenger compartment. The Finnish sauna feel is rounded off by the hot engine mounted behind the driver and insulated only by this carpet. The only thing to do is open the roof. But a sunroof was only installed in 12 jets. This was because at high speeds the wind could take out the rear windscreen. Just below the rear windscreen is the souped-up four-cylinder engine by the wizard Amadei Gordini. Two dual carburetors deliver high performance and a raspy sound. Few of the 1,700 jets built are still on the streets. Most can be found in places like the Vintage Car Museum at Volkswagen's Autostadt complex in Wolfsburg. The Matra Jet was originally conceived for the 24 Hours of Le Mans sports car race, says Christoph. Volume production was actually a kind of byproduct. Clues are the custom-made fiberglass body on a steel frame, making it very lightweight, and the chassis with Formula 3 features. Also the independent wishbone suspension and coil springs. All this combined with the small steering wheel allow the driver to take the Matra into curves with the greatest of ease and precision. But the real novelty here is the mid-engine. Before the Jet, only race cars had ever placed the engine right by the driver. It was Matra that brought this concept out onto city streets. Christoph says only 1,681 Matra Jets were ever built, yet it still made automotive history as the first mid-engine car in volume production and set a standard for generations of super sports cars. Thanks to the near-perfect weight distribution, 52% in back and 48% in front, it was absolutely unmatched in terms of handling. So it's without a doubt a milestone in automotive history. It was also a trendsetter. In the 1960s, Di Tommaso, Lamborghini, Lotus, Ferrari, Porsche, and almost every other high-profile sports car maker brought out a mid-engine car of their own.